Boom, boom, boom.
Ready, go.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Sometimes Ezra really likes to go up and down, and you can see if he'll do that. It's like tickling him. 1, 2, 3. This is so fun. Ezra, you say hi. Hi. Ezra is 2. He was diagnosed with autism when he was 21 months old. You say hi. Oh, you want to put that in Mommy's mouth? Okay. And we love him so much. Ha! Pull up your little pants.
He's a good baby.
So today I'm going to talk a little bit about autism and give you some tips that I just really learned about, and they just make sense. And then we'll talk about how it applies to every kid. If you have a typical kid, a kid, without autism, or you want this, you want Mommy's paper. Oh, he wants to be on my lap. No, he wants my pen. Never mind. And so I watched a little documentary just yesterday. My friend sent it to me, and it was about 2 twin boys that were born in Kent, England. And it's different in Europe. I'm sure it's different places. It's different all over the world with what kind of therapy you can do, what is available out there. And I just kept thinking, I felt really bad for these twins because I was like, I'm from the United States, where if you have a child that's diagnosed with autism, you have rights. You can get help, if you can't afford stuff, you can get medicated. So there's all these different therapies that you can do. But they were told again and again by professionals that they should just put their children in a school away from them, and
you want the camera?
Pretty much institutionalize them. Hey, Ezra. But they, of course, they didn't feel good about that. So it was a mom and dad, and the only kids they had were these 2 twins, and they were 10 years old, and they didn't interact. The boys didn't interact with the parents at all, and the parents had to build a really big fence around their yard so they wouldn't escape, because they were really smart and they were little escape artists. And they had all these big problems because they would destroy things. And I just was listening to this, pretty much crying, thinking about these 2 little boys. And the parents were just so loving and caring and patient with these boys. And they finally said, you know what, we need to get some help. And so they put them in therapy when they were 10 years old. And it was, they said it was a relationship-based therapy. And it was created by a parent with a very autistic child. And I thought that was fascinating. What they did was really simple. They would, instead of always trying to get the child to stop with the behavior that they were doing, whether they were jumping or spinning or crawling or climbing or whatever an autistic child will do, they would join in the behavior. So they would spin with them, or they would copy everything they said or did. I mean, these kids, didn't have any words, but they might babble or make a fun noise. Ezra has some fun noises. And so they would copy them. And so for months, they would have this therapy where they'd be in a room with the therapist, and the therapist would just copy them and join in with them. And if they were spinning, they'd spin, and then they'd spin them and pick them up and spin them around the room and stuff. And the parents joined in and would do that as well. And they said that instantly they saw results. And the children are starting to learn. The children are looking the parents more in the eye and recognizing that they're their parents. They're being more loving. They'll come and cuddle and give them kisses. And the parents were just crying in this video going, this is a miracle. We've never seen our kids do this for 10 years of their life. And I thought about that, and I thought about how it affected me as a mom with my kids. So with Ezra, we were able to get him an ABA therapy, and there's a lot similar stuff with ABA therapy, similar to what the parents did, because you copy what they say in ABA therapy and stuff, and then you copy stuff, you try and get them to copy you. And what was so fascinating was the idea of a parent or, a therapist joining a child's world first so that you can build a relationship with them and you can nourish them in that way. And then they come out of their world slowly and join yours, which kind of includes, behaving the way you want them to behave. And so this is my message. I encourage you as parents to, in some way, join your child's world. And that could be, sitting with them and doing something that they feel is really important. Maybe just doing an activity. And if your child's autistic, maybe that's jumping with them. Or, you can get creative, And don't, just tear down the walls and get out of your comfort zone. Because it's your child. And I know how important it is to build a relationship with your children. And sometimes we kind of don't know how. Or sometimes we do it our way instead of theirs. But as a parent, you can nourish them. And by helping them, you can enter their world. By nourishing them in their world first. And then that way you can introduce them into our world, into your world, where maybe they need to have manners at the dinner table or something. And I know that with that strong relationship, just like these parents did in Kent, England, with their twins, it was so inspiring to watch them because you could just see the love on their faces. They cared about their boys so much, and they worked so hard, and the boys are even starting to communicate and say words, and when they're highly motivated. And so I just think it's a miracle. So if you have a child, take your child and join their world. Yeah. Arr. Arr. Oh, we don't want that pin. Oh, there. We'll close it. Join their world and show them that you want a relationship with them, because when they see that you've joined their world, then they'll join yours. Little by little. So that's just one little tip of how you can nourish your child. If you haven't already, you can go on investinyourchild.com and you can get free parenting videos just by putting your name and email in. And we have fun little parenting tips, hacks, and advice that you can try out with your kids. And this week, we're focusing on nourishing our child. Nourishing them so that they can grow and flourish as we build a relationship with them and find joy in the journey. So Ezra, he wants to sit on Daddy's lap now. So I encourage you to go on there, investinyourchild.com, put your name and email in, and you'll get those free weekly videos. We're excited to go live every night this week and talk about how you can nourish your child. So join us tomorrow at 9. Thanks.
Welcome to the Invest in Your Child YouTube channel. Thanks for watching that video.
And thanks for taking time out of your schedule so you can invest in your child.
And don't forget to subscribe. Click the button.
Subscribe! Please subscribe, please!